corporate America. Corporate anywhere. Playing a goofy game here. This is a 2v2 on the Nuke Litters.
Choose your starting location.
I don't even know where I want to go. The brain rot thing to do would be to pick the eco spot. I don't think that's what I'm doing. I think this side probably, right? Like, maybe I start forward, maybe I don't. But there's less metal in Canyon, so I want to be close to the metal, is basically what I'm thinking. And my plan is going to be get a shitload of units up, secure a front, get fast T2, and just spam butlers. I will do what I can, but this map is crazy big, LOL. Yeah, this one, it's a goofy game to be playing, but if you look at this, the balance is insane. Equal chefs all around. 22-33, 22-33. Literally perfect balance. So this should be fun.
Battle started.
Burden does not like their odds.
Low power.
I don't know what they remember me from, but that's always nice to hear. I'll take it as a compliment, but I do hope that they can build up their confidence. That truly is, I mean, like, it's not the only thing that matters. It's, the philosophy term would be necessary but not sufficient. You're not going to get anywhere without confidence, even if it's not enough by itself. But yeah, let's get into this game here. I'm expecting heavy harass. I do feel like these guys are trying to sandbag me to get me to go easy on them so they can have an easy win. Is my suspicion. But of course, we'll see if that's true. Let's scout out the starts. And get our early scaling going here. The tricky thing here is that you just want to have so many cons that you can build the metal extractors, but obviously you have to balance between cons and units, and that all depends on what your opponent's doing. Which, if they're 50 miles away, it's really hard to know. You know, you can only do, like, delayed reactions to what you see from them, right? Gosh, I wonder if it's better to keep this guy at home and send my comm out to develop stuff. Okay, good LLT there. Weird that it's not shooting. I wonder if you're E-stalled. Like, I don't think the tick is covered from that far out, but maybe that's stronger than I thought. In any case, I don't end up getting any damage there, so I haven't won yet. But we'll see how the game progresses, I guess. Okay, yeah, and tanks over there. I do think I'm gonna go pretty fucking greedy. And I'm going to get a bunch of con bots out and then switch into vehicles, is basically my plan. These guys did start further forward than myself, which, frankly, is what I was first thinking about doing, and I sort of changed my mind. Scaling build power is going to be a huge deal here. I need to not sleep on that. And let me just spam pawns in the meantime. We'll do a 6 and 3 ratio. This is a good catch here. Killing the Khan would be good value, but I honestly care more about the mexes. And yeah, this is what I was talking about how you gotta be scaling efficiently. And yeah, the mexes that got built while the comm was around have LLTs because it's easy to do that. The ones that got built after the comm, or you know, by a solo con bot, very clearly identifiable by their lack of protection. Alright, let me shut up in game here. I see some units moving up to my front. Don't know if those are ticks or tanks. Ticks or tanks. That's an album title. not really. Yeah, so far I don't feel unconfident about this game, but I'd say that about, frankly, most games I play, so I wouldn't say that is much of a reflection on these guys. But this is going alright so far. Hot Carl, actually one of my favorite usernames in this game. I think it's short but sweet. It's a funny one, you know. Hot Carl doing good on the offense here. And yeah, let's get some more Conbots out. And I'm just gonna give these guys a big ol' area mex command. You guys do that, and then move up along there. Hot Carl's probably going to be getting to some of those before I do, but that's okay. The most important thing is just that they get taken. And yeah, we got 3 of these dudes now. I am playing Armada because I wanted to do eco-scaling with wind, which is going to be funky for me. This isn't pathable, right? Yeah, I mean, I knew it wasn't, but I still had to look. Because I know they made some tiny updates to the map. Wanted to see if that was one of them. Okay, here we go. Now we're clearing out the canyon again. Oh, actually, I'm going to do Twilights. I'm going to do the cloakable dudes, which means I have to be careful not to overwrite my existing mexes. But that's going to be really funny to see if they catch those.
An allied commander has died.
That's some danger out of Hot Carl here.
You have the last commander.
I have the last commander. Dribble? Question mark? Ooh, okay. And they missed that. I don't think I got any of them with the EMP there, unfortunately. These guys are scaling up pretty good. I can't take this for granted. This is not going to be an auto win. I'm not going to eat my vehicle lab, my bot lab, rather. I'm just going to leave it there so I can keep making res bots. And LOT would finish this guy off if nothing else did. Oh, I lost so many cons to that, I just remembered. Okay, that's kind of a bummer. And yeah, maybe the maybe the cloaked mexes were a stupid idea. That's okay. Okay, shit. I want to do my best to help Carl, but I don't know how much I really can do. I do appreciate the warning, though. Come on, guy. Ah, that was close. I almost popped him. Okay. I'm going to send Carl a contingent of tanks to help with that trouble. And then I know there's a low HP blue comm over here. They're 2v1ing Carl right now, and I see that happening, so I need to not allow that to continue. And the way that I prevent that is by applying pressure to force units out in my direction. The blue comm, who's probably still very low health, is over here. And yeah, you see by how defensively he's playing that he doesn't want that smoke. Which confirms that he has not, healed up or anything. I don't think he really had time to do so, but, now I doubly know that that's the case. Blue trying to do the correct thing here, which is to run past my tanks, because I'm slower. Running, of course, straight into an exploiter. Unfortunate would be one word for that. But, of course, in this game we make our own luck. I'm Armada here, which means I could do gunships, which actually might be really strong on this map. I think I'm going to do that. These guys did successfully pull me away from Blue's comm, who I have to assume has now retreated to safety. And I can send some more stouts to Hot Carl. Keep my guy in the game. Oh yeah, wow, Blue is still playing the front line. I don't know this commander's health level at the moment, but I'm going to attempt to reduce it and see how long he can withstand that. Now that's going to be a fat D-gun. Good job. But it is... yeah. There we go. I was about to say it is a very dangerous play nonetheless. And we see this indeed confirmed. Now over here, yeah, huge, the very aptly named blitzes blitzing me here. I'm going to mix more blitzes into my own comp, I think. And let's get gunships, too. Let's just put them on repeat. Because you have no anti-air, right? So why not? Oh, wow. Wait, 2k metal. Easy pickings. Carl getting up the twin guards over there. Love to see it. That should be plenty to deal with those pawns, that portion of this push. And then I can probably clean up the rest here without too much fuss. I'm going to put these guys on auto group 4, I think. Yeah, we're just going to reclaim everything that we possibly can. I'm going to get so many metal storages. And now I think it's time to go T2, right? We're going to do... No, I'm going to do T2 bots for a very simple reason, which is that I want to be doing eco-scaling with... oh, let's put these guys on fly, not land, first off. But I want to eco-scale with butlers. Because I think that's just really simple and easy. So let's pop that right there. Get that T2 lab up. And like, yeah, we'll get a couple of... We'll get a few cons, and then just a shitload of butlers. And some of those are going to be... Okay, we got missile trucks over here, so now I have to cool it with that. But that does make my frontal assault much, much easier to carry out, because missile trucks do not do well in a stand-and-fight situation. So if you got missile trucks at the front, I'm sending these guys to the sides. Gunships, of course, very fast. Gives you huge advantages in harass. You basically need static defense all over the damn place to hold them off. And yeah, now you see him picking off these metal spots. This is exactly what these guys are for.
T2 unit detected.
And my opponent is on T2 here, unsurprisingly. I almost said unexpectedly, but no, I did in fact expect that. But yeah, I'm just going to walk in, man. Just going to walk in. I do want to stay at sort of at max range, though. So let's, yeah. Let's do one of those. And these gunships, I feel so good about this. This feels like the right play, for sure. This is, I think, one of the most underrated parts of Armada. Armada Air catches a lot of flack, and for good reason. Catches a lot of flack, you know what I mean. Unintentionally making a thing there. But, yeah, I mean, you don't get shurikens, and that hurts. But in a lot of contexts, gunships are very good. They're maybe not... I think in an 8v8, the shurikens are probably the most important thing on the field. It's hard to deny that. But in a context like this, these gunships really do look good to me. Especially coupled with tanks, you know what I mean? Because it's like, if I'm making medium tanks and you don't feel like you can match that, then my medium tanks are going to have even more staying power than they did before. Going to be even more OP. We're going to take these guys in pairs of 2 and just build insane long rows of wins. Like so. And then for the ones that are left, maybe a bunch of you go in area mechs, that stuff. I love how fast I can give that command just for like a huge chunk of man. You know what I mean? It's really cool. And then some of you, let's find a T2 con. Go boost that guy. You guys go boost that guy. 2. And at this point, yeah, I mean, this actually does feel like a pretty safe win. Don't count your chickens before they hatched, but actually don't count them after they hatched either. A lot of chickens die real early on, which is sort of a sad thing about looking after them. But in this case, I think that the yellow chickens should be in pretty good shape here. And I will switch from that into sprinters, which are just fast. That's why I'm choosing them. It's not anything profound, they're just fast. And let's walk in and kill the T2 lab, yeah? Let's just focus down that lab and then get back. We actually get both labs. 2 for the price of 1, how about that? And maybe a couple more butlers just to take the canyon. Oh wow, I'm so bottlenecked on energy right now, on account of having like no wind speed. And granted, also having a lot of things that cost a lot of energy, but I think the wind speed is the main thing that's hurting me here. And of course, Blue has had no lab for some time here, just now having this rebuilt, but lost the T1, lost the T2. So it's reasonable to assume that I can just walk in here. This isn't something that I'm just gambling on. This is, you know, a calculated move. Probably should have done it sooner, to be honest with you. I gotta say, for all that this looked balanced on paper, maybe not so much in practice.
Enemy commander destroyed.
GG. Good job, Carl.
Battle ended.
I thought this was going to be balanced, man. It said 33 OS, but what are you going to do? I can find a different. I'll yield my spot to Corvinus. How about that? Ah, never mind. Let's see, what else we got? Potato. Unranked Supreme. I want a Glitters. Like a real Glitters lobby, you know what I mean? Hey, do I plug the stream to these guys? Wow. Good memory. Let me grab the video link here. I want to watch that game back from my side. GG. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting into that rotato potato situation here. We could do some rotato games. What's up? Hey. Let me check. I promise I'm not doing this to show this on stream. I'm just curious. Okay. Doing all right. I'll switch the tab over. Now I'm embarrassed about it. Yeah, that last game, I could have played that probably like a ton better, I think. But I'm certainly not upset with myself. You know, I think I did all right. I think my main notes would be just better eco scaling. Probably could have gotten T2 online sooner. In fact, I definitely could have. And once I get T2 online, get those butlers out like I was talking about, then suddenly you can just print wins, and then you're in a good position, right? Now we got 2v2 here, but we're waiting for 3v3 if we can get it. Here's hoping. I wouldn't mind going with 2, but we'll probably get better balance with 3, or at least we can hope so. this map, honestly, I guess, yeah, this would be the third spawn up here, but the metal is way further apart than over here or here. And this is a goofy map. This is one of those, like, super low metal maps. This is probably playable 2v2, to be honest with you. But, we'll wait for 3. That's fine. Unless someone calls the vote, I would vote yes. But yeah. It's like, yeah, you got your metal spots here and here, 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 and, like, there and there. Oh, nice, okay. Ah, damn. That would have been a good player to have in here, actually. It was like 24 OS or something. Sounds good. Man, horchata. God, I haven't had that in, like, ages. My college girlfriend loved that stuff. And it's one of those things where it's like, you have that if your partner hands it to you. I wouldn't be making it myself. I mean, not that I have anything against it, I just never would think to. But, man, that sounds good. I'm sipping an espresso, personally. I got an espresso, I got a water. That's, I'm a fish of simple taste. But yeah, hopefully we can get this going here. In the meantime, we can keep an eye on what's going on in the lobby list. This is like people always talk about they want matchmaking. I want a queue. I want to be able to just queue up for a game and get an 8v8 that's all balanced and fair. And like to a degree, yes. Like that would be nice to have that option, I think. But also, would it though? Because on the other hand, so the last game I played a shitload of before this, and sort of in some cases simultaneous with this, was Overwatch. Which, of course, anyone who's played it for any amount of time knows what it feels like to sit for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes in queue, waiting, with nothing happening. You're just staring at the main menu screen. And, like, in bar, there's nothing happening here either. And, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, we can go back to... Yeah, I've spent 168 hours in lobby, you know, which is a shitload. Frankly, I've probably spent more than that in Overwatch queues because their queuing is so bad they got to fix their matchmaking, but that's another story. And like, there's shit to do here. You know, I'm looking at the list here. I'm like, okay, maybe I jump ship. Noobs only. Everyone, haha, hee hee. There's like 5 one chefs in there. That would just piss me off. And like, not even in a justifiable way. It would just be frustrating. Oh. Okay. Let's go. And let's make sure that our boss here is awake. Beautiful. And they've even got Ivan on my team. Man. Ain't that lucky. Okay, yeah. Honestly, it doesn't look as bad as it did from the main menu list. But yeah, this is a map where you're going to see a lot of bot play, you know? You're definitely not going vehicles except maybe from this spot. Excuse me.
Please choose
That's
your
the
starting
coffee.
location.
Wind speed 14, not bad at all. I'm going to go ARM and I'm going to spam Janice. GLHF. Bad Dog 411, not to be trifled with. General Tic Tac and Andrlik, I have no idea. So let's see what we get into here. A lot, I suspect, is going to hinge on how lucky this duck really is. Bar is a game where you make your own luck, so in a way I think you can interpret wishing the other team luck as being, in a sense, underhanded, right? Like, if you need me to give you luck, if you can't make it for yourself, then that says more than it might sound like it says at first blush. But maybe that's, you know, me thinking harder than most people think about it. I don't know. And Mad Dog with the GLHF. We love a mannered king. Or I guess Mad Dog is not necessarily a gendered. You can have mad dogs of any variety. I've certainly met some in my time. But let's stay focused up here. I do appreciate Lucky Duck, Sweaty Fish, Mad Dog. Half of this team is people with specific types of animals as their handles. Someone was telling me the other week, I think I got it on stream actually, to start a animal handle clan, which is a funny idea. Probably not going to do it because that's not my scene, doing clans and stuff, or whatever they call them in this game. I don't think it's a guild. You get the idea, but yeah, I don't know. It's cool. It's cool and all, but like, as soon as you're like organizing events and shit, I'm like, man, I hop on here when I feel like it. I'm not even gonna do a schedule for streams, you know. Like, I'm straight up just like, I'm just here to vibe. That's all I care about. I don't want work. You're not gonna trick me into putting work into my game. This hill, I believe, is traversable by bots, and this one is probably not, if the commander is any indication. So I don't need to worry as much as it looks like maybe I should about going vehicles. I think it is totally viable. And yeah, I'm just gonna, like, let's do 3 rovers, and then a con. Then we'll bring the comm back onto scaling energy. At least a little bit. When I'm overflowing, I'll stop, you know, which I currently am. And now we get to find out if I'm fighting the Mad Dog. I mean, obviously, I hope I am. Okay, General Tic Tac over there, sending in those first, you know, true to their name. Not a bad early engagement here. Did distract me. This is, I think, the biggest weakness in my play is my multitasking is shit. But okay, I think we must have red over here then, is how I'm reading
Low
this
power.
at the moment. Oh, wow, wait, there was more? Dude, I thought you got these guys. Oh, no. Well, okay, I'll get them if you don't. And just a handful of blitzes, and then we're gonna go into our main event here. And there's a lot of metal on this side, a lot of metal on both sides actually. But point being, I for sure need to be active about claiming it. And yeah, first Janus is hitting the field. And let's see if the comm's walking to front yet. Getting just ridiculous numbers of pickoffs here also. I can repair this guy back up as well. And I'm waiting until I get in range of the high ground before I build that radar. Although I definitely do also want to make sure it gets good coverage. Probably goes without saying. Okay, red over there. Gonna be asking a lot of Ivan this game. But hopefully my guy can rise to the occasion. Oh no, I friendly fired. Oh no. This is why you make Janus and nothing else. Okay. You're gonna want rockets to deal with that, or you could probably dislodge it with maces as well, probably. Okay, that's probably your comm, yes. Which means I'm gonna walk on you. I do think that I have the edge in any comm duels that we get into. Gonna make that and then repair that dude. I thought I'm out of range here. And yeah, this comm is actually trapped on the high ground now. I am pretty sure it's not pathable to get down that ridge. So I can force the engagement on favorable terms here. And potentially get that reclaim. There it is. Of course, that was incredibly risky for me, but what's life without a little risk, yeah? And on a low metal map like this, that metal infusion is going to be potentially decisive. General Tic Tac trying to get in on the action now. Perhaps concerned about how things are going over here. And I need to avoid making the same mistake. Oh, shit. Okay, that's actually probably maybe okay. I don't know. But yeah, I need to avoid getting my comm anywhere close to this guy. The general certainly has some idea of what's happening and what has the potential to happen in this lobby. I also need to get those repairs in. That's extremely urgent. Wow, Mad Dog really pushing forward.
Low power.
I can share a couple of Janus to help with that. And let's see if I can get just a huge volley on the general here. Please work. Okay, not quite. Those Janus should hopefully force Red back. Oh, wow. I just realized how badly I've been doing about energy scaling. I've been so focused on the micro. It's actually not so bad, necessarily.
Metal.
It's just that when you get a metal infusion, it suddenly looks very bad. Janus is such a strong anti-bot unit. Okay, now Red's gonna try to kill me. Sees me pull back and thinks better of it. Love to see it. Of course, the higher level narrative here is that we've given up control of the hill almost completely. Yes, there we go.
Destroyed.
Wait, what? What do you mean, what the fuck? I don't know. Well, I've killed 2 comms for you, so hopefully now Red can be less aggressive with his comm. I'm gonna send some metal to Ivan, who I know can use it. And yeah, maybe I haven't been taking the mexes, but I think the
An
reclaim
allied commander
hopefully makes
has
up for
died.
it.
You're overflowing metal.
And let's mix in missile trucks with the Janices. Oh, nice. Oh wow, we're actually wasting metal. Alarming.
Enemy commander
Yeah,
destroyed.
let's go, dude. Well done, really well done with the Centurions. Oh man.
Battle ended.
Whew, that was a fun one. Yeah, Red was ready to scale away with that game if we didn't get that snipe, so really well done there. Man. What a fun one. That's what I love about small teams, is like, that's a proper game right there. And that's, it just goes to show, it's like, you know, little things you can do to support the team go a long way, trying to eat water. We're gamers, we don't drink water. But, yeah, I don't know. People talk about small teams being unbalanced. What if your strong player is up against their weak player, or vice versa? It's like, well, then you kick some guys, some units, and you trust them to do well enough. And yeah. All right, one more. I got a feeling that Mad Dog's gonna, like, pop off this round. I think I've awakened something in this guy. But, especially after that last one. But we'll see, we'll see. I wonder if I should go mid or flank. Because I feel like, on paper, the by-the-book answer is I go mid as the high OS player. But on the flank, there's so much dang metal that you can take. And if you take it fast and you scale fast, you can really do some magical things. I'm down to let these guys pick first. I'll pick last.
Please choose your starting location.
I'll fill. Let's see where the Lucky Duck wants to go. Okay, cool. This is actually what my first choice would have been as well, so this is really convenient that it worked out like that. Wind speed 17 here. I forgot about that, so I will go arm again. If I can hit this flank angle, that'll also... I mean, that's the classic way to end a game on this map, right? Because it's so hard to get radar coverage of the approach. You gotta basically have a radar over here. Anything else is not gonna cut it. Hey, that's the spirit from Ivan. Right on. Now, what are we dealing with here? Honestly, a freaky map to do 3v3 on. I'm not so sure that I'm into it. But, yeah. I think... Ooh, maybe... No, I'm gonna go... I forget if Armada vehicles have an amphibious constructor, but I know Cortex does. So I am gonna go Cortex.
Battle started.
It's actually one of those things that you'd think after 900 odd hours I would know that off the top of my head, but I don't. I just don't play that much Armada. At least not anymore. I used to, but that was the old me. Yeah, I think just like really hardcore greed in my lane is going to be the correct move. So we're going to do 2 Conbots, 2 Muskrats, and I hope it doesn't bother anyone I say con bot even when it's a con vehicle. I know the difference. I call them the same thing because my brain is small. So work with me on that one. But yeah. The start of a game of bar is always so chill. It's literally... I remember reading a thing about professional Go players. They always play the start of their games very slow, even when it's like a well-known opening that's all mapped out. And I was reading an interview, someone was getting asked, like, why is that? And the answer is, at the start of the game, they're using that time to meditate and collect themselves for what they're about to have to do. And I often feel very similarly about bar. This is my meditation time, where I just get myself mentally prepared for what's to come. Okay, red did go mid, so hopefully Ivan and Lucky Duck can make the repeat performance. We'll see. We'll see how lucky that duck really is. I think I already said that, but you know, I'll say it twice. Sending one con to each of those metal patches. It might be better to double them up, I'm not sure. Actually, I think maybe it is better this way in terms of travel times, right? I don't know. Leave a comment below if you know the answer. And now here I'm definitely late on units, so I will pop out some incisors just so I have baseline base defense. If it gets through, I'm not going to be got with my pants down, as it were. My little fishy pants. Decent build power out of these guys. 85, I mean, it's not a ton. It's actually less than a T1 a normal con. But it looks, I don't know, it felt like it was doing good for a minute there. Okay, red is for sure. I do suspect that red is gonna, yeah, be 2v1 and they're gonna have one guy on each flank. And hopefully these guys can manage the 2v1. That's concerning. Yeah, please catch that with your units. And yeah, we have confirmation it's yellow on this side, and then I don't know who's on my side, but presumably there's someone. So let's, you know, honestly, I really like Wolverines here, because you can shoot over that ridge into mid, which is just stupid OP. One of those things that I think a lot of people don't take enough advantage of, to be honest with you. A lot of things like that in this game. It's kind of the funny thing about having a game that's so insanely nuanced, is that there's just a million of those things. And so, to a degree, like, your personal style is like, what subset of the game do you choose to engage with? Because there's truly just too much of it for everyone to do everything. Which I don't know of another RTS quite like that, you know what I mean? And I think it's kind of fun, kind of neat. Now, incisors are going to absolutely have a field day clearing these bots off the field. Let's see. I think actually you do that, and then maybe some torpedoes even, right? Because there's probably, I bet there's like a C lab going down here. Although I don't know if you could afford that while also having a bot lab. So if you're going C, I'm just going to kill you. Like, to be blunt about it. That's what's going to happen. Wow, this guy's really trucking up that hill. Look at that. Good for you. Give that guy a raise. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna walk up here and see if I see lab, so to speak. I could also potentially comm walk, right? Like, there's nothing stopping me. This dude... Oh, okay, it's just a radar. Actually, nothing to worry about there. You're making your own urchin. So maybe I will drop that down, and I have more build power. So, okay, and there's the comm. Ah, and yeah, you do recognize the situation you're in. Yeah, that is a nasty little situation that they've got themselves into there. Now, if Orange wants to just take this little duel, then, like, so be it, you know? That's definitely not what I'd be investing metal into in this moment. But okay.
You're overflowing
shit.
metal.
That's real bad. Okay. Time to take what I got and push. And yeah, I'm not going to claim those medals because I see Ivan going for them. I'm happy to leave those to my guy. Certainly he has the harder task. And yeah, you know what? This isn't going anywhere for me. What do I... Oh, certainly I start making units. That much should never be in doubt. Yeah, Pounder's just the canonical anti-bot counterplay. Can I edge build a radar anywhere through here? Probably, yeah, that's gonna be the place. Ooh, we're not gonna do it from that side, though. Maybe I get this guy to do it.
You're overflowing metal.
And
Low
yeah,
power.
I do need to scale.
An allied commander has died.
I do think that I'm just sort of dropping the ball here by not helping mid more. So let me share these dudes to Ivan. And yeah, this is going to be the redemption arc for my opponents. God, look how much of an eco deficit we're at after this guy folded. And like I predicted, it was a push through this angle that did it, I believe. So, you know, at least my instincts stay strong even when I wish they were wrong. And yeah, trying to push through this goofy little choke point is not going to do me any favors. I mean, there's only, even if you're good at micro, there's only so much micro that can be done in this type of a position, you know what I mean? This is the hard counter to micro players, is a tight choke point with no room to maneuver.
Your commander is heavily damaged. You're overflowing metal.
Yeah, and I'm playing horribly this game. I'll be the first to say it. This is not an elite performance. not even close. Not by any stretch. You know, in a different game it might be enough, but here it's clearly not going to be. In a different lobby, I mean, to be clear, not a different, like, video game. Well, actually, I guess that's also true, but that's not what I meant. Let's see. Oh. Just leaving those there. Okay. I mean, fair enough, I guess, actually. Now, if I can break through... Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Forget all that shit. We're going into amphibious tanks. Ooh. Huge danger. Oh, if I lose comm here, it's all over. Oh, wow. Good catch. Good catch.
Commander has died.
GG.
Warning. Your team is down to its last commander. An allied commander has died.
My bad. I got a bit greedy with the
Battle
reclaim there.
ended.
Well played also on Red's part. And of course, Yellow going completely unopposed. Just scaling and having a grand old time there. Unfortunate. It is not good for 3v3 IMO. Good 5v5 man. Oh yeah, this one's fun. I'll play this. Oh, and my counterpart on the high end of the OS spectrum appears to have decided to take his 1-1 record and call it a day. Fair play. Can't blame you. This is a 4v4 map here that we have currently selected. That's why I'm making a suggestion. It also is a map that I don't really like, but that's kind of a tangential point. It's not really fun. It's gonna suck. Really dead set on playing this trash map. I mean, okay. This is one thing I do like about small teams, is that you can sort of adjust the team size based on how many players you have online at a given moment. You know, if you got a few people, you just do a small team. 2 people in queue, increase the team size by 1. Suddenly the lobby grows, and you can grow very organically that way. It's not this thing of trying to get a 16-player game off the ground, you know, from scratch. Like, that's always a challenge. All right, 2 tours. Didn't I play with this guy? I feel like I have maybe some 1v1s with this guy on the channel. Or at least some games that I recorded. I'm not sure if I uploaded them, but I think I played with this guy ages ago. And we really went back and forth, actually. Had some good games. That was a while back, though. All right, let's do it. I don't especially care about where I start, to be honest with you.
Please choose your starting location.
What's, like, the most defensible? Okay. Certainly not here, but here's where I will be. I don't know. This is not my favorite map. Not even close. And I've got a really bad record on it, too. Which is one thing that I wish the game was better at, like, tracking. You know what I mean? Wow, metal spots look fucked up. You seeing this? The circles are in the wrong spot. And, like... You know what I mean? but whatever. We'll play through it. We will survive. Because, like, the metal spot is clearly centered to the right of the circle in pretty much all of these guys. Or at least a lot of them. Ivans look fine, though, so I don't think it's an engine issue. I think maybe someone updated the map and did, like, an incomplete job. This just says Tundra V2, though, not like V2.01 or anything, so I'm not sure. I will start core bots. Then go there when I start losing. Which is how this always seems to go. Now, if I can't win on this map with these teams, then I might just give up on this map forever, which, frankly, I've already done, but I'm bad at sticking to it. Your call. Whatever you're comfortable with. Bots are nice just because it's such a wide open area in mid. And you want to be able to cover a lot of ground fast. Not cover ground in the sense of moving quickly, but in the sense of being in a lot of places simultaneously. Like, you know what I mean. So yeah, I do recommend bots for that reason. But I think vehicles are also totally playable. It's just a different play style, right? A lot of Cortex in this lobby. It's a weak wind map, so it's perhaps not surprising. I'll get one solar, just
low power.
Just for peace of mind. Actually, we'll start with a Grave Robber. Get that, that might be a pretty good repeat queue, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, weird. And this one, oh, that's so funny. Yeah, the metal is still centered around there, but if you right-click, it goes over here. What the heck, man? It does look pretty broken to me, I'm not gonna lie, but it's all good. Listen, I've written some code in my time. I know how this shit goes. It's hard to get everything right. I'm not gonna hold it against anyone. I would never. There we go. Actually, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I hold it against people all the time, but mostly people who I enjoy the work of less than I enjoy the work of the bar team. These guys really do a phenomenal job, not just on the coding side, but also the art side and really the game balance, game design. I mean, across the board, there's so much creativity going on here that it's like, it's just a joy to see. And I know I talk about that a lot, but it's just because it's true, you know? Like, really well done stuff by these folks. And I love that there's a place for that to exist in the world. Okay, this guy's going tanks. I'm gonna take that third mechs. Better late than never. And then go back. Oh no. General Tic Tac with the ticks. No tack yet, but I'm sure it's coming. Tick attack? Is that what that's supposed to be? That's supposed to be evocative of, I mean. Denying that metal spot, at least for now. And I'm gonna go
Low
ahead and just
power.
eat some trees. We're in trouble over there. Oh boy. Did you just degun your own wings? See, this is kinda... Oh boy. I think the issue I have with this is that this is basically a 4-player center command. And I love center command, but when there's 4 players, it's impossible to carry on this map, so it's just a matter of who loses their 1v1 first is gonna decide the game. This guy has fully just degunned his entire... What is happening here? This is a huge problem. I mean, red is your opponent in your lane, so it would be weird for him to be focused on anyone else.
Battle paused.
What's up? Oh, they got a lagger is what it is. Hit your run K is lagging. That would be a real OP take if Lucky Duck takes it. Could be trying to reconnect here. I don't think that's happening, actually. I think that he only shows in lobby because he hasn't lagged out yet, but it's possible. Because we would see a rejoin message in here if... Yeah. General Tic Tac, say in the quiet part loud. Oh boy. I don't really know how we adapt to this, too, because, like, if I ask Blue to go over here, then that leaves me 2v1 in mid versus tanks, and that's just fucked. That's a real bad situation that I don't want to be in. Okay. Some weird noises at the door. It's just someone vacuuming out in the hallway. Yeah, it's good that we're getting radar up here. I want to advise these guys about building LLT in base, but I would be a hypocrite to say anything. Ready when you are.
Battle started.
Yeah, we're in big trouble this game. There's no sugarcoating it. I would love to take out that radar if I can. That would be so high value. Oh wait, the dude just rejoined. Literally the moment we take, he rejoins. Oh my god. Okay, that's pretty funny actually. Yeah, so my strat is going to be to try to take out Lucky Duck quickly. And if I can get some fat D-guns here, that would be real nice. Of course, my energy income is low enough that I can't really chain them back to back. But still getting something out of it, you know? Oh, fuck! Wow, they're really going everywhere. Oh my god. What a mess. And this is, I feel like, what happens to me every time that I play this map, is that I play my role pretty much perfectly, or, I mean, well enough, at least, and then everyone around me just has this shit happen to them. And it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do, man? Literally, tell me how to play this, because I don't know. And that's all my wins down to. This is just a nightmare. I'll share these guys. Maybe I'll try to res over here. Start with that. And then... And yeah, we're in deep shit here. There's no other word for it. Yeah, oh fuck, I nearly just built a redundant mechs there because I can't tell because of the glitched metal spots. As soon as these thugs hit front, we're just going. We're just going. And this reinforcement wave, we may not have time to make a base, is basically what I'm concerned about. Okay, let's push up along the ridge here. Oh, missile trucks. Fascinating. Guys. I mean, they're talking about rebuilding a base from scratch while you're under active attack. It's like, what do you think is happening to you? You think you have time for that? You think they're just going to leave you alone for 10 minutes? Like, it took 3 minutes at the start of the game to do this, you know what I mean? Like, you think it's going to be easier now when your opponent has an army and the advantage from all the reclaim and shit you've given them? I don't know, it's baffling to me, frankly. Like, how do you think this is going to work out? I should, for sure, get a turret up in my base. I tried to get us to play a good map. Ay, ay, ay.
Your commander is heavily damaged.
Heavily is an exaggeration.
Overflowing metal.
I mean, look at this, man. Truly, what am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do? In what universe is this playable? You know what I mean? Yeah, man, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's get a real map. Just miserable. Absolute worst map in the game. This is literally like, this is the small teams version of Straight, where it's like you're not actually going to win the game, you're not going to carry, it's just a matter of waiting to see like who throws first. There are few things in life worse than losing a competitive game to someone who says kek.
Commander self-destructed. Commander has died. Commander.
Like, it's not, and that's not like an old versus young thing, that's just a cultural thing, because like, that person's probably about my age, but they're just a worse person. And I'll fucking say it. Just exhausting stuff. I've run out of things to say about it. I don't like it. This is not a good map either. Whoever fucking is picking these maps really, really needs to put down the paint can and stop huffing. I really want to get a good game in though, so I will try it. And whether this is a win or not, we're going to end here. Actually, nah, fuck this. I don't like this map. I'm not going to play maps I don't like. That's the mistake I just made. We're getting out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.